Coming up on the Lakeside Loop. Lakeside begins construction on the new cafeteria and front entrance. Drama puts on high school musical. And juniors go to Wisconsin Lutheran Seminary and Wisconsin Lutheran College. The Loop starts now. Welcome back to the Lakeside Loop. I'm Natalie Popp.
And I'm John Loest. Our enrollment just keeps growing at Lakeside. We set a new record of 537 students and are on a track to have over 550 next year. With this increase comes some new challenges. Our cafeteria is already reaching max capacity. Grant Schneider tells us a little more about Lakeside's need for expansion and some other updates.
It is exciting to see Lakeside grow as much as it has been these past few years. However, this growth has been affecting certain areas of the school. One area that has been hit exceptionally hard is our cafeteria. Since the early 1960s, our cafeteria has served Lakeside very well. Thousands of students have gone through the lunch line. Today, the cafeteria is used for more than just lunch. Before school begins, most students congregate in the cafeteria to complete homework or catch up with friends before the school day even begins. While the cafeteria alleviates some hallway traffic, in recent years, the cafeteria has been close to its max capacity even before the school day begins. During lunch periods, the need for more space becomes even more apparent. Students waiting for microwaves stand in long lines. Since almost every seat is taken, students have a hard time sitting next to friends. Some students resort to sharing a seat or standing to be by their friends. The front office area is a beehive of activity throughout the day, but especially just before and right after school. Students often crowd into the small area to communicate and receive information from the secretaries. The number of students having to fit in this small area just keeps increasing as our enrollment goes up. As wonderful as this building has been over the years, the front entrance and bathrooms have not received significant updates since being built in 1962. Many visitors are confused and think the atrium is our main entrance. Our bathrooms also need updating to meet ADA code standards. With the desire to continue and grow, Lakeside is putting efforts into making our front entrance a great first impression for visitors.
Lakeside is already addressing these concerns. In fact, Lakeside had a groundbreaking ceremony on April 10th. Mr. Denoyer fills us in on what is happening with the new construction.
We believe that our help is in the name of the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. We also believe, another Bible passage, unless the Lord builds the house, the laborers labor in vain. All right.
Yeah, let me tell you about the project that we began just a few days ago. We're real excited about this project. It's begun and it's gonna not be finished until the end of this calendar year, but it's gonna involve an expansion of our cafeteria to resolve one of our real issues of overcrowding in our cafeteria. It's gonna almost double the size, pushing the front end out south all the way to the sidewalk. Along with that, we're also going to be extending out the kitchen to have a place for our parent and community groups to come in and to serve groups right there. As long as we're extending the cafeteria, we wanted to update some of the oldest parts of our building as well, and that's our lobby area, which includes the bathrooms, the main bathrooms when you come in, and the front entryway. We wanted a real prominent front entryway so that when visitors show up at our school, they know exactly where to go, and we want to give them a great first impression. So we're going to have a great vestibule entryway. We're going to push out the front office to alleviate some overcrowding issues in the front office, and all that together is going to get done. The majority of the interior is going to get done during the summer, including a complete renovation of the existing cafeteria. But that'll get done this summer, and then the exterior portion, the expansion, will be done by the end of the calendar year, God willing.
We look forward to seeing the results next school year.
Do you like musicals? Well, make sure to head over to Lakeside this weekend to see High School Musical, put on by Lakeside's drama department. So what's coming up is our 3 performances for High School Musical on stage. It's being put on by our Lakeside Theater Group. We've been working really hard over the past few months, and we're so excited for you guys to see it. So for the past months, we've been having music, dance, and blocking rehearsals. So for music rehearsals, you guessed it, we just practice our songs and we sing through it, make sure we get our harmonies and pitches correctly. For our dance rehearsals, we take a few hours,
get through our choreography, which is when you learn how to do the dances all in sync, all together harmoniously. And for our blocking, that's when we learn how to stand. We learn our lines also during then. And slowly but surely, we've built up a show, and we think that now it's finally up to par, and we're really excited for it. I think of their understudies. They put in so much effort, and they're not even sure if they're even going to ever get to play the role itself. We have our pit orchestra. They are the people that add the music to the show, because we don't have like a backing track over like speakers. They play it live, and they're really good at it. We have our lights people that keep us looking good on stage, you know, keep the light cues on, keep the stage looking nice. And then we have our stagehands. They're the ones that pull the curtains, make sure everything's like on time, make sure like the curtains are closed. And then we have our set changers, so in between scenes, they come in and change out the props and everything to make sure the scene looks good. We would not be able to do what we do, and we're so thankful for them, because they are our unseen heroes. They're in the shadows, working to put on our show. If you enjoy singing, acting, anything drama related, it's definitely worth your time here, because we do it well. It's going to be a great time. We put in so much work, and we'd hate for anyone to miss it.
The cast and crew are geared up for 3 performances on Friday and Saturday night at 7 p.m. and Sunday night at 2 p.m. Don't miss this action this weekend.
On Wednesday, April 17th, the junior class at Lakeside took a trip to Wisconsin Lutheran Seminary and Wisconsin Lutheran College. This trip gave students the opportunity to see where and how the pastors in our synod are trained. Students also got to see Christian education on the college level at WLC.
Yeah, so first we rode the bus and we went to the seminary where we kind of just toured around like the buildings. We looked at some classrooms and we went to the chapel, which was pretty interesting just to see like what it looked like compared to other chapels I've been to.
So after your first 2 years of seminary, your third year you're a practice pastor, you're an intern.
I hadn't like completely thought about the fact that it's only like guys that are allowed there. Like I haven't really seen many things of the seminary and like heard about it much, so I found that very interesting, and that like that's where pastors go, or like to become pastors. But I also found the library there interesting, that they have like all of the cool like artifacts, I guess, and the older books in all the different languages, and that they like offer so many languages that you can learn. I found all of that very interesting. So then we went back on the bus and we went to Wisconsin Lutheran College, where we kind of toured the dorms and looked at like the freshman dorms versus the sophomore dorms. And then we looked into the library, which was fun. We saw some cool things there. And then we had lunch, and we saw what lunch is like for the college students. Then we saw the chapel there too, which was fun. We did like a game of sorts to kind of end things, where we could get prizes if we like knew fun answers, and then we got a free t-shirt and headed back home.
We thank God for blessing our synod with these 2 schools of higher education. And now, over to sports.
Hello, I'm Keegan Lundgren.
And I'm Angelina Petrovic. Welcome to the fastest news in sports. We cover all of Lakeside sports in less than 2 minutes. On Monday last week, the boys golf team placed 9th at the Elkhorn Invite at Lake Ripley Country Club. The team shot a .370 with players like Henry and Jackson Moore shooting 95 and 90 respectively, and seniors Cooper Jensen shooting 88 and Cooper Milsna shooting 97.
On Tuesday, the baseball team had another huge win against Poynette. Aiden Berg threw a one-hitter behind some solid defense. Crandon Dwyer had a big RBI single in the 6th, and Billy Gibson had a 2-run double in the 10-0 victory.
After a loss against Columbus and a win against Edgerton, the Warriors played Whitewater on Monday. Keaton Rank was dominant on the circle, throwing 11 strikeouts as the Warriors went to win 5-1. Abby Mice led Lakeside with 2 runs batted in, going 2 for 4 on the day.
On Tuesday, Lakeside's boys and girls track and field team swept a Capital North triple duel against Lake Mills and Poynette. There are too many highlights to cover them all. Here are just a few of the sights and sounds of the event.
On Tuesday, March 23rd, the girls' soccer team took on Lodi. From the kickoff, the Warriors set the tone and were victorious over the Blue Devils, 2-0. The first goal was scored by Reagan Jopke. The second was by Kylie Lundgren off the assist of Megan Huber.
And that's time.
We want to thank all of you for watching The Loop this year. This will be our last production this school year. We hope you've enjoyed it and will join us again next year. And now, you're in The Loop. I'm Natalie Pop.
And I'm John Loest. God bless.